Cheesy is the son of the more famous mobster, member of the family.
Welcome back today. We have a gigantic, I think it was around 400 pounds, Amazon custom returns, liquidation, home goods, and more pallet. So this is one gigantic box that came on the pallet.
One gigantic pallet.
One gigantic pallet. And this one probably, there's a total of 6 of these huge boxes. And some probably weigh between 50 and 80, some weigh upwards of 100. So these were not light. I bought it from a liquidator that's local. I haven't bought from in person for quite a while. So we went down today and picked it up, and hopefully it's going to be a home run. The total value of this pallet was just a shade under $6,000 was the value. I got it with the price, 10% buyer's premium, $1,180, so almost $1,200. So we got about 20% of cost, which is actually fantastic.
Yeah.
And if I would have shipped it from across the city, like 30 miles, it was $283 in just shipping. So since I picked it up in person, I saved $283 by driving across the city to go pick it up.
That's just more profit in our pocket. Yeah. So if you can shop locally and pick up locally, that's the way to go, because it does save you usually a considerable amount of money, because when you're buying liquidations, a lot of times these boxes are heavy.
Yeah.
So it costs more to ship based upon the size of the box, the dimensions of the box. So pick it up if you can.
We're going to crack this. It's like a home goods, so which means there could be, home goods, there could be housewares, electronics, there could be toys, there could be pets, there could be apparel.
Oh, I hope it's not. Live animals in here.
I actually want to start raising chickens, so we can get free eggs. But she's too sold on this whole raising chicken thing. I'm like free eggs. So I'm going to show you what the box looks like. This box, it's a heavy one. So I'll let the wife pull out whether she wants to first.
I mean, there's a key in grandma, so we'll just go with this little grandma. Says open from this side. Thank you, sir.
A woman without her tonight is a woman without her man. That's true. That's actually pretty good. Sorry. That was pretty good.
I am having. I'm gonna start crying. That was funny.
You're. So that's why you need to bring out tonight. Well, you're already on Match.com under the name Titanfall. Looking for love on Match.com. So check me out. 40 years old, a little bit out of shape, kind of an athletic build, but way on the front side. So check me out. Match.com.
Santa Claus is. She's got the Santa Claus cheeks that are so cute.
She's up here.
All right, so we have some patterns for gel. It is actually.
Some of them look like it might be brand new or lightly used conditions. Well, she's putting that on. And on top, we have a blue box. It's ready to be aquarium light. The brand is NI3. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. It's not probably, is it? Not just like, not like a factory. No matter what, we'll open it up.
Alright guys, so we are looking at a $25 ship right now. $25 ship. Comes in a shipping box, which I love. Oh, thank you.
Keep going.
Throw a polybag around this and we're good to go.
Looks to all be intact. It's not like, it's probably been pulled out, looks like.
Yeah.
The twist tie's not like factory nicely tied down. Somebody only wants this.
So when you get this kind of stuff, I go through and I look for any feedback to make sure things are there. It's quite a process, and some stuff get missed sometimes, but you try your hardest to make sure everything's there and validate stuff.
Yeah.
So it says reset. So that must be a lock set. Can I borrow your light, please? I can go inside and get mine. I have like 45 lines in my mouth. I got it.
But you have like touch pads on it.
It is a touch patty thing. What's the number?
Does it appear to be previously installed?
It could have been previously installed because all of these parts are very loosey-goosey. So that is going to take some research to see, and this will probably take me 30 minutes to figure out if everything's there.
Yeah, when you go piece by piece, screw by screw, a lot of these steps, it takes time to research to figure out.
Which one is it? The file number is probably on the inside of it, like on the actual thing.
Never mystery box.
That takes too much.
What you do? So we have a it's cowbell. Kind of looks like it.
Well, it's this little one. I call it a chicken dog, and I don't know that. I mean, yeah, I know.
It's like, but what we do need though, we need more cowbell. That's for sure. What do we need?
You know what I gotta make out?
We need more cowbell.
Okay.
What do we need more cowbell?
What do we get?
Sorry, my God.
You're always doing something. Okay, we got copper sweet hardware.
There's some weight right there.
This right here is a doorknob set.
Wow.
Very exciting.
Very
That
exciting.
and finish. Oh, there's some weight.
Roach film stuff.
Oh, still your roaches.
Fair enough. We get you.
I pay an exterminator just so we don't have the bugs and bugs freaking out. I do. That's the thing our showers. I
shower every Monday, baby.
Remotely free. We are going to clean the outdoor glass and just, and we are not folded into like easily.
Hookah. You smell it, you figure out who this is using on it. Because people use hookahs for two things. This has a little smell to it.
Ready.
But not be kind of smell that you smell in the state, like California. In Colorado. So what they actually did use to like hookah their tobacco. It's a hookah cartridge. How do you sell stuff on eBay, right?
I don't know.
It depends on what they classify hookah as.
So what we have been told by eBay representatives is if you don't sell it on eBay, go ahead and list it and they'll let you know by
They actually told her that. They list it, and then after you list it, we'll go back and list it.
We'll review it and if it's not appropriate. That was great. That was sufficient advice for me.
That was a customer service to let us know if we should. It was a firearm. It was just a scope for a rifle or for a crossbow. And they're like, yeah.
The other one was an incorrect number.
They said, yeah, we actually don't know if we list it, and then if it's against policy, we'll suspend you.
So that is what kind of customer service is that? That is the effective advice that you receive when you're a seller on eBay.
Well,
Okay, we have the outdoor yard stake outlet. So you can put on all the Christmas lights. If there's a huge
in
that
closing,
should be high over there.
that's you.
That's me.
Oh, yeah.
The third part.
Exactly. Unify Security Gateway.
It might be falling on there.
Wow, that's way.
That was a car.
That was it called. Unified Gateway. I don't know.
We have a low cost oil
Almost got to
filter.
Titan. Keep
We
fighting.
will see if it has been used.
More like war.
I hope somebody didn't return it and use oil.
You want to do it sometimes.
There's no oil down there. No oil.
One, two,
It does smell like
gateway.
grossness. It just smells like metal.
Hopefully sells. What's the idea about it? What do you say? You said $15 this thing?
Yeah.
All of it was free on like 76, 75, 75 to $20 this thing.
Sir, I have a question.
And she said $15.
Would you like to
Stand by
keep
for
this?
Titanfall.
It is for about a gram.
I paid for the for me.
So we will have to do that.
Pilot on board. Ready to unload the
Here's that
mission.
thing.
I just did the thing.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, well, since everyone can see it, we have another set part code.
Actually, might be the same one.
I think it is the same one.
Or is it the same one?
They covered up all
Put up
the
with it, folks.
stuff.
Done
So
for an
we'll have to look it up,
Honor.
but these are usually pretty easy.
Always working to
Okay, part code.
Some of this higher up stuff kind of is nice to know, especially if you're at home or watching right now. You kind of know, like, this stuff does. The next one is when you get some of the good stuff, I'm not too sure what the price might be. Yeah, this is like $1,180. Almost $1,000. What do you think the price is? That's cheap. But it was like $6,000 for a product. Pre-owned for this, I'm seeing 53, 57, 70, 65, 66. So, $50 for this. So they're keeping all my out. They had 120. Plus, you have the box to it. Well, there's been used.
Yeah.
It's trash.
It's trash.
You can't sell it. They just want to go back. It's trash. It's trash. And we have other playthings, the whole box of them. These little things are, I guess, soft show picture display. Not very comfortable.
That one up?
Oh, you're outraged.
This is fair.
It's totally fair.
Now you guys see why it's going to be a Match.com?
Don't bash Match.com. It's my future.
I'm going to share with you 3 progressively more disturbing stories, and at the end of each of them, I'm going to share with you the video that is famously associated with them. But before I get into today's stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you come to the right channel, because that's all I do, and I upload 3, 4, even 5 times every week. So if that's of interest to you, please give the like button a wedgie, and then also subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. Alright, let's get into these stories. In July of 2016, a woman living in Chicago, Illinois named Jordan Baranskis opened her eyes and realized she had fallen asleep on the couch the night before. She looked up and the TV was still on, and then she looked down at the other section of the couch, and the door was back was also asleep. As much as she wanted to be sleep on quite more time, she had work that day, so she stood up, turned the TV off, and made her way upstairs again. As soon as she got upstairs, the first thing she did was go into her bedroom and get her purse that she got from the bed. But when she got in the room, her purse was not there. So she leaves her bedroom and starts searching all the rooms upstairs, and she can't find her purse. And she's thinking to herself, I'm certain I had it the night before. I remember rifling through my purse before going downstairs and starting to load laundry before ultimately falling asleep on the couch. So after spending about 15 minutes looking for the purse unsuccessfully, and now she's starting to stress because she's going to be late for work and she can't find the purse, she goes downstairs and she wakes Dad up and says, hey, I gotta find my purse.
Strike is what you were born for!
He said, well, are you sure you didn't get to the restaurant last
what you do best.
Win. Here, going to skip a call and see left there. Jordan was immediately really annoyed by his reaction. He just wanted him to stand up and help her look at the purse, because he had work, and he was going to sleep. And so it started this argument between the 2 of them, where Matt just wanted her to call a restaurant because he was convinced she had it there. And Jordan was like, no, I know I had my purse. I'm positive I had it last night before I fell asleep on the couch with you. So their argument begins to escalate a little bit. And that's when Jordan remembers that they had recently installed a Nest camera downstairs to monitor their dogs when they were gone. And she thought, we can just look at the footage on the Nest camera. We can see me walking into the apartment, and I will either have or not have my purse in my hand. And so Jordan opens up her app and she calls Matt over to go back to the night before, right before they got to the restaurant. She's got her purse in hand, they leave the front door, and then several hours go by and they come back in. And very clearly, Jordan has her purse in hand. And Jordan sees Matt and Jordan's girl, and Matt's like, okay, fine, and they all do it. And as they're about to put the app down, the book is on the Nest camera timer that Ocean was detected at 3:30 in the morning. And they were both curious in the house. And she calls Matt back over and says, here, look, the Ocean was out there at 3:30 in the morning. And they think, after the couple had fallen asleep on the couch with the TV on, they put it in the emerges from their upstairs hallway and stands at the top of the stairs and just watches the children sleep. Before he left, he stole her purse along with a couple of other things from the apartment. And somehow, this guy has never been caught. Edna Syndrome was born on October 10, 1954 in Puerto Rico, and she was brought to New York by her mother when she was about 5 years old. Edna Syndrome had a mother, who supported her, was a terrible in New York City organization where she would take 2 days for a day so that she couldn't. And his family lived in Lower Manhattan, Mississippi, a neighborhood that was famous for waves of ethnic immigration. Edna had a tough childhood, but she would say she was well. In 1987, Edna lived in William had been visiting his brother at his brother's house in Manhattan. When William walked into the kitchen, Edna was sitting there. And he was so struck with her beauty, he immediately left the room and found his brother and said, "Who is that woman sitting in the kitchen?" And his brother would tell him that was Edna. William went right back into the kitchen, and the two of them hit it off right away. And almost immediately, every morning, William would use his Brooklyn apartment to fly all the way to the north end of Manhattan to pick up and then he would fight traffic to go to his job. So he did this horrible organization. He loved Edna. He had no problem with the world. What? A couple of months after the net, Edna was moved in with William and he was able to. They discovered that Edna was popular and they were really excited about it.
Bastard.
Like a lot of other couples in the neighborhood, they both had to work multiple jobs. Edna worked Monday through Friday as an administrative assistant for one man and Monday through Friday, after he was he would go to Harlem
Yeah, that's nowhere near what I wanted to do, but thanks.
For fun, they like to drive north to the park where they would meet up with friends and barbecues and cookouts. And anytime they had a little bit of extra money, they loved going to the city and spending a little bit of cash in the spots and taking advantage of the free food that came with them. But more than anything else, William and Edna felt the most enjoyment from each other. They were madly in love and inseparable for all 14 years they were together. That even on their worst days, making all the things that were right, they were together. September 11, 2001, Williams brought
Great.
the 93rd floor of the tower. At 8:46 a.m.,
Titan is ready.
claimed that it had been hijacked by terrorists, intentionally flew into the tower, crashing into for 93 to 200. Everyone on board the plane, hundreds of people inside the tower building, stopped for buildings. Edna survived the initial crash, but she, like everybody else who was aboard the security and hot inside the tower on 9/11, were all trapped. Shortly after the crash, the cameraman on the ground was filming the impact inside the World Trade Center, and they inadvertently captured touching onto a metal girder, and she appeared to be waving as if she's hoping someone is going to come up here and save her. And of course, there was no way to get her. And she, like so many others that were trapped inside of the towers, had to make the terrible choice of waiting for the fire to consume me or to jumping into the swim. We don't know what her final choice was. However, we do know she was one of the 2,976 people who lost their lives.
Your Titan is standing by. Call it when ready. Stand by for Titanfall.
On September 22nd, 2006, 16-year-old Cassie Jones' daughter was house sitting for her aunt's uncle. Cassie was very responsible, and so her aunt's uncle didn't just trust her house sit, they also regularly asked her to come home. During this particular house weekend, Casey had invited her boyfriend, Matt Beckham, over to the residence to watch a movie. She had also invited two other friends named Strong and Jacob for a friendship to a class.
Stay on track. We're winning this one.
And so while the 4 teens are watching this movie, Ryan and Tori can awkwardly stand up and that they don't want to watch the movie. They want to go watch the movie. pretty much on a steady state. Unbeknownst to Paxton and Matt, when Ryan and Phil attacked, they actually beat Ryan back unlocked that door so they could quietly re-enter it. These boys had been planning to do something absolutely horrible to Paxton, and they don't do that. Ryan and Corey idolized seriously. When Ryan and Corey happened to watch the movie Scream together, after Corey terrorizes them, they decided that that's the way they reenact the murder scene in the movie Scream, but in real life. Shortly after this revelation, they begin filming themselves as they come up with their big plans. How in the way they're going to call the players, who is going to something on camera to say to the they just needed to wait for a time when she was going to be home. And when they found out she was going to be house sitting over that weekend in September for her aunt's uncle, they put their plans in place. The women stood up and so that's why Ryan and Corey had stood up.
Right. Fucking bullshit.
Because what they really wanted to do was come back later when Ryan and Corey and they do not do it because they figure it's a great opportunity to really try it out. And they don't think about the movie back in the car and drive around and film themselves excitedly talking about how great it's going to be and pass all along.
Yeah, that's not
After
good.
a couple of hours of driving around, they can't wait any longer. And the video is not on the content now. It's hard to be an excuse to get out of the sort of masks and gloves and see them inside the car so that's supposed to work like that.
Titanfall boats ready. Reinforcements on your state.
Brian and Corey had good points on the show from the week, but they said you all don't have to film that.
They're dominating
Straight
this
out of a
island.
horror movie, Brian and Corey died in the door.
Fuck.
Stand by for Titanfall.
They start meeting all this footage. Asking Matt. But the next thing they do is they go to circuit breakers.
You're picking that bodies apart.
I'm downstairs. Again, that's downstairs. So Ryan and Corey turn the power back on and just continue to make sounds in the basement and hope that Matt will pass to a hopefully both will come downstairs so we can get off the stage. Meanwhile, upstairs, Matt passes back Corey to the sounds in the basement. But when the power went off, Matt was please stay with her overnight. So Matt calls her mom and asks if that would be okay. She says no, but you can invite taxi over to our house and stay with us.
We're winning this one.
He'd like to come back on. The taxi is going to be down and said, you know what, Matt,
Really?
As they were waiting, Matt actually called Corey and said, hey, let's not pass it out. And we let him. Matt was really like,
Yeah, let's
what really understand what so Matt is sitting there, he's still doing the movie for a while, and Matt comes along and like, yeah, Matt goes on and talks to him. So after Corey off, Matt returned to Ryan and said, Matt just said, Ryan and Corey turned the power off once again and walked upstairs and slammed off the door in hopes that it would open and escape. And it didn't work. After this horrifying, Ryan and Corey frustrated they can't live out their fantasy exactly where upstairs, walking to the living room, where Ashley Corey's house, waiting for her life.
Getting paid.
After the murder, Brian and Corey and somehow stopped in their car. First thing they did is they fired up their video camera and they filmed their excited reaction to ending Cassie's life. Brian and Corey believed they had a solid alibi because they had the movies of this. But after Cassie's body was discovered just a couple of days later, the police immediately away from him and started questioning him. He immediately said, well, Brian and Corey were the only other people who were with us that night. Police told Brian and Corey under intense questions. Brian and Corey were confessed. They were convicted of life sentences without bond. Here is some video.
Stop their retreat. Stand by for Titanfall.
There's lots of doors. There's lots of places to hide. I locked the back doors. That's all I want. Now we just gotta wait. I just killed Cassie. We just left your house. I saw her lifeless body just disappear. Dude, I just killed Cassie.
So that's going to do it, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought of today's videos, and I will pin the best comments section. If you enjoyed today's video and you haven't done this already, please give the like button a wedgie, and then also subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. If you want to get in touch with me, you can direct message me on Instagram or on Twitter. My username for both platforms is the same. It's JohnBallin416. I also have a ton of content over on TikTok, or my username over there is Mr. Ballin. If you have a story suggestion, please submit it to our subreddit. It's called Mr. Ballin, link in the description below. So whether I see you on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube, or some combination, just know that I really appreciate your support. And until next time, guys, that's going to do it. See you. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 progressively more disturbing stories, and at the end of each of them, I'm going to share with you the video that is famously associated with them. But before I get into today's stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you come to the right channel, because that's all I do, and I upload 3, 4, even 5 times every week. So if that's of interest to you, please offer the like button on the ride home from soccer practice, and then don't show up. Also, please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. Alright, let's get into today's stories. On April 9, 2015, residents of the tiny Pennsylvania in Fairfield, Illinois, woke up to heavy rain outside and
You kill me, you're better. I'll kill you.
Meteorologists were telling residents of Fairfield that if you can to evacuate, it's not working in the township.
Do what you do best. Win.
And make sure you have a plan for how to get to the shelter before this really happens. That morning, some forecasters were saying this tornado could prove to be one of the biggest in Illinois history. But most of the 152 airguns have lived here their whole lives, and they've seen bad storms before, even tornadoes, and they've driven them up before. How could this one be any different? And most of the time, what's to happen? Right. Power. But unlike previous storms, this one was getting worse and worse by the minute. And by 6 p.m. that night, forecasters were no longer theorizing that this could be a huge tornado. They were outright pleading with Fairfield residents to evacuate while you still can. But despite these warnings, the vast majority of Fairfield residents stayed put, were committed to life. By 7 p.m., meteorologists were saying this tornado is imminent and it looks as big or bigger than the last major tornado that came to Illinois that killed 8 people and leveled the entire country. This tornado is going to just 15 minutes later at 7:15, the tornado finally
Right.
massive tornado with over 200 mile winds, and unlike other tornadoes of that size, it typically moves at about 30 miles an hour. This one was traveling on land at about 15 miles an hour, sitting over the area and devastating for time, making it even worse than some of the worst predictions that meteorologists had for this tornado. 15 minutes later, at 7:30 p.m., 84-year-old Fairfield resident Ken Schultz and his wife Sherry Schultz, they were at home because they decided to let out the storm. As Clem is sitting in the living room watching the Weather Channel, kind of waiting for the last possible second to go into the basement, he hears his wife yell out from the kitchen, "Come in here, and he looks out and he sees this massive tornado so from your perspective, because the tornado was spinning counterclockwise, it kind of looked like it was spinning away from Hannock. So I'm guessing where it's very small, it looks like it's going to miss us, but we're probably going to lose power. So I'm going to go up into the attic. So Jerry stays in the kitchen, Hunter goes up into the attic, and as he's fishing to get out the engine, he hears the phone like a break and the barrel into the can. He had this big window with the pockets, he goes over and looks out the window and thought to veer off into the open field. It had continued straight towards his house, and it was ripping off roofs right in front of him. And he figured, I don't have enough time to go down to the basement. I have no time to do anything. So he takes out his phone and he begins recording.
Wow, that's dangerous. Yeah, it's like that. Out of your mind.
Clem's house, along with all the others in the area, collapsed. And eventually Clem's body died. It was totally quiet and totally dark. And he actually said out loud, "Am I dead?" There was a pain in his back from a crushed vertebrae that told him, no, he's not. And he begins to kind of pull himself out of the rubble and pull out of the video and pull himself out. And as soon as he's out of the rubble of his house, he looks at his whole community. And as he's standing there trying to keep over, his neighbor says, "Wow, this is also down." And he says, "Why?" And his neighbor says, "Because your wife is hungry and she's dead." When the dust had finally settled, not only had Clem's wife been killed, but Clem's neighbor had been
barely
killed as
winning.
well.
Let's step it up.
The tornado went directly through their two houses. That video that Clem shot is now used to educate people on how dangerous tornadoes are and how anytime a tornado is coming through the area, never go outside the window. On Sunday, February 12, 2017, Abigail Williams reported her best friend Liberty Burns' house for people. Abby and Lizzie, 13 and 14 respectively. That night, as they're laying in bed, they were looking out the window, hoping they saw snowflakes coming, because there was apparently this huge storm that was going to roll through the next day, hoping that it would good. However, they found out that in Delphi, Indiana, where they lived, school had been canceled preemptively in anticipation of this big storm that now was coming. So they drove on a 3-day onward to actually go outside. The girls are talking about how they're going to spend their extra day off, and Liddy suggests, well, why don't we go check out the Northern Hydrant? It's this abandoned bridge that crossed over the stream, and a lot of their classmates would take pictures on it and post it to their social media, and the girls figured this is a great thing to do that. So Liddy asked her grandmother, Becky, who was her primary caretaker, who would be okay with her to go to the bridge. And she gets a position, but there's a caveat that they'll be calling there and back. So Liddy convinces her older sister Kelsey to give her a ride there, and Liddy speaks to her father, Derek, and he says he can pick her up, but he's only be able to pick her up for very specific time, and he's only going to go a couple hours to the bridge, so they might have to find them. So a couple hours later, at about 1:30 in the afternoon, Kelsey drops off the two girls at the start of the trail and is going to bring them to the bridge. We know the girls have made it to the bridge, because at 2:07 p.m., Liddy posted a picture to her social media of Abby walking across the bridge. At 3:11 p.m., Liddy's father, Derek, texted her and said, "Hey, I'm going to be there in a minute. I'll make sure you guys are there to meet me." And she didn't text her back. She wanted to wait to say that was pretty much future. At 3:14 p.m., Derek arrives at the meeting spot and the girls are nowhere to be found. And so Derek starts calling, there's no answer. He texts his daughter, no response. And so he ends up calling Becky, who is the grandmother of his mother, and said, "Hey, did the girls contact you and change plans about where I was picking them up or when?" And Becky said, "No. I'm just going to be there free. We should be there now." So for the next 10 minutes, Becky and her husband, Mike, and her grandfather, would try calling over and over and over again. the family got construction power play, they lost, or they lost time, or the phone system had batteries, or usually they get hurt and can't move, or it's probably not that serious, and they're creating scenarios in their head to rationalize what's happening. But by the time the sun went down at about 5 p.m., and there was still no sign of these girls, they ended up calling the police and officially reported this. By 6 p.m. that night, there was this massive search combing the trail looking for these girls. But all night, they're looking everywhere with hundreds of searchers and no sign. The following day, on Tuesday, February 14th, one of the searchers got long time and they were searchers and they discovered their body evidence. The police didn't release their cause of death. However, they said, without a doubt, this is a homicide. Because apparently the scene was incredibly disturbing and had at least 2 or 3 signatures of things done to the victims that are above and beyond things like biting the victims, or the body condition, or much worse. And usually, only 2 signatures 3 days after the bodies were discovered, police were able to extract Tequila from the phone. Turns out that Libby was taking those pictures of Abby on the bridge and just posted on social media. Apparently, this guy had come on the bridge and Libby
Well,
must have
it's
said,
close.
"Leave her."
Time to win our pay. Fight harder.
Now, there's apparently a video that starts from the bridge and lasts all the way through those final moments. But the police would release a very small snippet of this recording because it shows who they believe is the killer walking towards them with his hands in his pockets looking down and says to them, "Alice, I'm dead." Despite thousands of tips pouring in through this video from the public, they still don't know who this guy is, no arrest has been made, and the case remains unsolved. Before the Bachelorette pitted 30 men against each other for winning one woman's heart, Americans watched another show about random strangers competing for a date. It was called The Dating. Starting in 1965, this reality show featured a woman asking 3 men questions without seeing their faces, and based on the answer at the end of the show, she would choose one to go with. On the surface, the September 13th, 1978 showing of The Dating looks like everyday one subtle window. This episode is going down in history as a one of a kind.
Hey,
At
that's
the
how you
end
take
of
down our
this
run.
particular show, it was time for Bachelorette Cheryl Bradshaw to make her decision. She would choose Bachelor number 1, who would turn out to be this tall, good-looking, long-haired guy who's Rod
ready.
comes
Call
around
it
the
any time,
competition,
mate.
and they see each other
Stand
for
by
the
for
first time,
Titanfall.
and they laugh and hug, and the show looks like every on stage. Rodney looks like every other contestant that's ever been on the show. But after the show ended, Carol and Rodney went back on stage and actually began having real conversations. Cheryl would say that Rodney completely changed. He became incredibly creepy and was saying things like, "I always say." And at some point, he said, "Hey, you should go out with me. Let me be a date with me. That would be good." This is not what Rodney was a horrible. Had the show done a background check on Rodney, it was discovered that he assaulted 8 people and went to jail for 3 years for it and was posted on parole. But even though it's not a background check on Rodney, instead, he did not have discovered what he did. Rodney was famously popular, confident, and unlike a lot of men, he had no issue walking around and he used that. That they would show people if you come back from a party and do a photo shoot. And just like Carol on the dating show, these women were immediately trying to charm him and would say yes. Once they got back to his apartment, he would shut him out the door and then become that creepy guy that Cheryl saw backstage. But unlike Cheryl, who at the time she saw this, just said, "I'm not interested in leave," these women were trapped. Like, whether they wanted to or not, they didn't know whether to do it. Because Rodney Alcala was not the He was a serial killer who, by the time he stepped foot on that show, and he chosen what show exactly was being game, he had already killed millions. Over a 3-year period, he killed as many as 130 people. The new map is the very 2 years he's killing at least 1 person. Our total was finally at the end of the season. Here are some highlights from one of our college episodes of the is at night. Nighttime.
What's wrong with morning? Absolutely.
Barely winning, just stepping up.
Fuck.
Sergeant support is almost ready.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right, your Titan is ready, pilot. Standing by for your call. Stand by for Titan.
Let's do that. I can hear your stories. I'm going to talk to comments. That's all. This is good for the video. And I'm coming for you. This is opposite of the website. And I'm going to talk about it. Also, please subscribe to the channel. And then on all the other videos, you'll get anything. If you want to get in touch with me, you can get my message on Instagram or on Twitter.
Fire at that fucker. Turn the fuck around, retard. Jeez. You almost fucking lost.
So whether I see you on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube, or some combination, I just really appreciate your support. And until next time, guys, let's go do it. See you. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 collectively more-disturbing stories, and at the end of each of them, I'm going to share with you the video that is famously associated with it. But before we get into today's stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivering story format, and you come to our channel, we have all of you in the episode 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what's of interest to you, please support the story by also please subscribe to the channel and on all the platforms so you don't miss In 2009, a man named Joe Cummings was living in a New York City apartment when he started to notice food in his refrigerator was going missing. Joe led a very hectic lifestyle.
Wow, really?
And did not spend that much time in his apartment. He thought perhaps, I've been in a rush lately and I've been eating more food than I realized. He started paying more attention to how much he was eating, and whenever he put food back in the fridge, he was really aware of just how much was left when he put it back in. But over and over again, he'd take the food back out again, and it was like someone had eaten another 25% of what he had left. It quickly got to a point where he could not rationalize why the food was missing. He knew it wasn't him, so the only other person it could be would be his girlfriend, who did live with him, but she never touched his food. But since there was no one else to ask, he went up to his girlfriend and said, "Are you eating my food?" And she at first was just really confused because she hadn't heard about this. And like, "No, I'm not touching your food. I have my own food. I don't eat your food." As convincing as she might have been, Joe was kind of backed into a corner. There was no other reasonable explanation for why the food was missing. So he decided he would set up a hidden camera in his kitchen to catch his girlfriend eating his food. So that day, he went out and got a camera, came back, set it up, made sure it worked, and then he hit record and went to bed. The next day, when he reviewed the footage, he knew immediately that it was not his girlfriend. Joe would post his hidden camera footage to YouTube in a video he called Creeper in My Apartment. The video starts with Joe adjusting the camera so it's lined up where he wants it, and it fast forwards a couple of hours, and you hear a sound coming from somewhere in the kitchen, and then this woman emerges out of the cupboard and very carefully extends her foot down to her table and gets down to the kitchen floor and makes sure Joe has not hurt her. Afterwards, she goes into his fridge and she takes his girlfriend out of the carton. And at some point, Joe, in the kitchen, gets the guy out of the way and hides from him. When he leaves, she gets up, takes some food, and she goes right back to the kitchen. The video ends with Joe walking into the kitchen the next morning, totally oblivious to what happened out the door, and going to his fridge and drinking from the same party that she was.
Pilot, do what you do best. Win.
He woke up on the floor and covered the rest of her. Joe believes she must have snuck in entirely to lead up to a window and hidden off in the back of his apartment. Police said that based on what they found in the space she was living in the cupboard, that she was probably there for at least 2 weeks. Here are some highlights from Joe's Creeper in My Apartment video. It was the day after Christmas in 2010, and Catherine Price was really excited about the upcoming. She and her husband, Jack Wheeler, had started this tradition where the week between Christmas and New Year's, they would turn off their cell phones, close their laptops, their room closed, and they would just sit around and watch movies together the whole week. But that day, Jack would tell Catherine that he was away, that he wasn't going to be around because shit. Catherine was really upset and disappointed and eventually kind of laughed out at that. But Catherine would say that she wasn't that surprised. Jack was a prominent consultant and a former Pentagon official. He traveled a ton. So Jack leaves for the trip, and Catherine kind of anticipates that they're not going to keep all these things. They didn't really end them to turn particularly to the pot. It was a long period of time without talking. But as much as Catherine wanted to be stubborn and not talking, they had a wedding with the grocery together that week, and Catherine needed for the travel back. So after a couple of days of going to the city, I had heard from him to go to the ego side and call her all of his voicemail. All of his voicemail. He texted him, no response. He emailed him, no response. Catherine was furious as Jack trying to ignore her, and she's furious. And she ends up going to the wedding by herself. After the wedding is over, she gets back to her house and she still hasn't heard from Jack. But she's so mad, so stubborn that he was doing this on purpose, she still didn't think anything was wrong. She really believed that he was stumble. But on January 2nd, 2011, Catherine would get a phone call that would tell her that Jack was never going on. He's never important. He's dead. Back on the day after Christmas, right after Jack told Catherine that sorry, Jack arrives in Washington, D.C., and for the next couple of days, he has a very ordinary business trip. On December 28th, the day he's supposed to come home, things get a little bit weird. Instead of going back to New York, where he lived with Catherine, he bought a train ticket to go to Wilmington, Delaware. Now, he owned a house about 20 minutes away from Wilmington, and he had never intimated to Catherine or anyone in his family that he spent any time at his residence hall. No one knows what Jack did that night in Delaware, or where he stayed. All we know is on the following day, on December 29th, he got in a cab and asked to go to a particular hotel in Wilmington. The police would get in touch with the cab driver who would say, he was completely normal. He was like a business guy that wanted to go to the hotel. We had small talk in the cab and talked about it. Around 9:30 in the morning that day, Jack sent an email to the
Defeating us, but not by much.
home
Take the lead.
his cell phone on the cab, Ps4,
Dominating that pilot.
after that email, we don't know what Jack did over the course of that day. He was not spotted with him until 6 p.m. that night when he walked into a pharmacy.
And I have
Walked
trouble
up
for
to
you,
the
pilot.
pharmacist and said, hey, the pharmacist would tell police that Jack died. He looked really upset. But overall, more or less put together. He had a suit on. He looked like he genuinely just needed some help. But the pharmacist had a weird feeling about it and said, look, I can't give you a ride, but I'm happy to tell you that. Jack was declining the offer of a cab and was released on the 4 minutes later, a surveillance camera in a parking garage would capture Jack acting totally weird. He walks in the frame, and immediately it's like something's off about him. His suit is kind of wrinkled and rumpled. He's walking with a gun. He's only got one shoe on. He's got a suit.
That's so funny.
Apparently what he was saying was, someone stole my briefcase, like with audio on Twitter. And then he turns and walks down the hall, and he opens up the door into the garage, pokes his head around, and opens something, shuts the door and comes back.
Right.
Apparently he was saying to the lieutenant, I'm looking for my car, and I'm finding it. And no one knew he was doing that. And just as quickly as he arrived,
Fucking bullshit.
he abruptly left and didn't tell anyone where he was. Nobody knows where he went to the parking garage or where he stayed that night. But the next day, on the 30th, Jack walked into the car ride up so that he could go up to the
Keep fighting. The Titan is ready, pilot. Stand by for...
But by the time he got
Bigger
down
they
to
are,
the
the
office,
harder
he
they
was back. We don't know what Jack did after he left the office building, but several hours later that night, Jack is picked up to the north of the building in an area called Boston Square. He's making by orders in a relatively dangerous
This gun, the recoil is so
Jack
bad.
had to push his outfit. He's now wearing a sweatshirt.
So bad.
The next time anybody saw Jack, he would be poured out of a dump truck into a landfill. He was dead. The worker who spotted Jack's body before he was landfill ultimately the police show up and were able to determine based on the truck that he was picked up from the dump
Fucking baloney.
which means Jack's body was somehow in a dumpster 13 miles away from where he was at in the camera on the square. Police quickly ruled this a homicide and 12-14, but to this day, no one has any idea who did it or why in fact it actually was in the final few days of the night. And the wife and family that watched the video on the internet. They say,
What the fuck?
you got to understand. Here is the surveillance footage of Jack in the parking garage, walking around.
We're losing. Fight back.
One second.
Titan almost ready.
Fucking suck a fucking dick.
Titan ready. Call it any time, eh? Stand by for Titanfall.
Got follow mode engaged.
Unknown was a 33-year-old international professional. He lives in Montreal Canada in 2010, he studied engineering and suicide. And according to the full version of the video, Lynn had also moved to Canada because Lynn was actually gay. Back home in China, he had hid that, and so society and he was being very open. But that relationship ended in divorce, and he also decided I need to be solved. So when he gets to Montreal, by all accounts, he was pleased with the accepting that both ultimately everything he hoped it would be. But Lynn was notoriously shy and reserved, and after living in Canada for about a year or so, he hadn't really built he only had a handful of very close friends. Lynn did go out and get cats, but he absolutely adored and treated like a baby. It seems like the cat might have been the closest to him. But in early 2012, Lynn finally reached him that he said, you know what, I need to come back here.
Oh my god, one more move.
And so he went on Craigslist in hopes that he could find someone who was asking for a friend. He finally asked the guys in Canada who was asking for guys that wanted to be in a homemade movie with him. But he explicitly said in the post that nothing appropriate, it was just a fun homemade movie. And apparently Lynn thought this is exactly what I'm doing. Easy way to get friends, and he just got moved up in the two settings. Unfortunately for Lynn, this Craigslist happened. 1 year before Lynn got posted on Craigslist called One More Reason to Keep It. We have only been on something. Luca posted this video honestly. Very clear. He was sure on camera he didn't get anything. He wanted to shock the world with this video. Once the story started getting spread on the internet, people saw that this wasn't a post. It was real horrible video. And a lot of Facebook groups started with the sole purpose to let's figure out who is this and what he did this week. He's making every single season horrible video. And they were able to pull quite a bit of information about who the person was that created the video. They didn't have enough information to think about who it really was. But when we were also with the second and third video of him again on his more past, Luca was incorporating very specific music into the background of his videos, as well as a couple of posters that were intentionally shot of these videos. And it became clear that Luca was trying to recreate certain scenes in and then using one of the still shots from the picture he had posted, they figured out exactly where he was. And so they felt like they had finally nailed this guy, and they reached out to his creative stories and said, hey, we have this guy, calming animals, and showing all the signs that he's going to do this. He knows exactly who he is, and the thing about it, here you go, roll out, fucking page, or he basically said, it's a cat, you really can't do much fun. And they sat on it. They really fast forward to the May 24th, 2012, and today that we fight harder. Where security footage of Lynn, Canada, they walk up to the front door, Lynn has a yellow shirt on, Luca has a white shirt on, Luca opens the door, Lynn calls after him, two, one eye,
Bring it down. Call it any time, eh? Good afternoon. Get out of there, pilot.
Oh, please tell me that guy died.
Afterwards, we can get on the bed and he puts on the pizza. He does this out of his apartment and back to the bag of clean materials. Before he goes to the security team takes him up
Fuck. Fuck, we lost.
Pieces of the traffic. And then over the next several hours, Luke collated dozens of chips from his room down to the basement of the apartment building where he would dispose of these bags in the dumpster. The next day, on May 25th, 2012, Luca anonymously uploaded an 11-minute video called One Lunatic, One Ice Pick to the shock website Ps4. The video was of Luca killing John Lynn. When the Facebook group that had been tracking Luca for his school group saw this video, One Lunatic and Ice Pick video, they instantly knew this was Luca. They told the police and they showed them all the evidence from previous videos why this is definitely Luca, and the police listened. They were able to find Luca sitting in an internet cafe in Berlin, Germany, Googling himself. Luca would try to use insanity as his defense, but the Facebook group had shared with the police, and then the police shared with the prosecutors, that Luca was actually just reenacting scenes from some of his favorite movies. This is bizarre fantasy he had. And what he did to John Lynn is eerily similar to the opening scene of Luca's favorite movie of all time, Basic Instinct. In the movie, a woman is sitting on a man who's tied up on a bed, and she reaches under the sheets and she pulls out an ice pick and proceeds to kill the man with it. Luca was quickly found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. I decided to leave out any of the footage from One Lunatic, One Ice Pick. It's truly one of the most distressing things I've ever seen, so if you want to see that, that's up to you. Instead, I included the footage of Luca and Lynn going into the apartment building together, and then Luca coming down sometime later after having killed Lynn, now wearing Lynn's shirt, and then makes all those trips to the dumpster as he's disposing of Lynn's body. So that's going to do it, guys. Let me know what you thought of these 3 stories in the comment section, and I will pin the best comment at the top of the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video and you haven't done this already, please replace the like button's melatonin pills with caffeine pills. Also, please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. If you want to get in touch with me, you can direct message me on Instagram or on Twitter. My username for both platforms is the same. It's just JohnBallin416. I also have a ton of content over on TikTok where my username is Mr. Ballin. If you have a story suggestion, please submit it to our subreddit just called Mr. Ballin. It's linked in the description below. So whether I see you on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube, or some combination, just know that I really appreciate your support. And until next time, that's going to do it, guys. See you. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 progressive big stories, and at the end of each of them, I'm going to share the video that is famously associated with them. But before I get into today's stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right channel, because that's all I do, and I upload 3, 4, even 5 times every week. So if that's of interest to you, please ask the like button if you can borrow their car, and then return it with the gas gauge on empty. Also, please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications.
Oi! This fight is what you were born for! Silent. Do what you do.
Mariah was born November 4th, 1983, to very poor and alcoholic parents in Ukraine. In the winter of 1986, when Oksana was only 3 years old, in a drunken stupor, her parents forgot about her outside in the cold of winter. And because she was locked out, instinctively she crawled towards the nearest source of warmth, which was the family's kennel, where a whole bunch of dogs existed. And incredibly, once she crawled inside of this kennel, not only did the dogs help out with the sleep break at night, but they tried to embrace her and want her home. The next day, Oksana was not back in the house, and her parents seemingly did not notice her absence. And over the next 5 years, Oksana would stay with the family, essentially living like she was part of their past, which meant over those 5 very formative years from ages 3 to 8 years old, Oksana had almost no interaction with them. Oksana rapidly learned how to behave like a dog. She would walk through Ps4s, she would bark instead of try to speak, and she would be walking. By the early 90s, Oksana no longer identified as a human. She identified as a dog. And it was in the early 90s when Oksana running around on all fours in the back of her house in the woods, and they called the police, wondering what was wrong with this person. The police show up, and Oksana's dog family runs out and starts barking at the police to protect Oksana, and Oksana would start barking ferociously to protect herself. Eventually, the police would use heat to lure the rest of the dogs away so they could retrieve the child. When she was taken into custody, doctors saw that she not only had forgotten how to walk on 2 legs, she also couldn't speak. And doctors were concerned that because she had almost no exposure to for all those years, she might not actually have the capacity to speak. Oksana was taken to an orphanage where she would eventually learn how to walk on 2 legs, and amazingly, she would learn how to speak. But despite these incredible gains she made for society, her experience living with dogs was really remarkable. Although she could speak, she could only speak in monotone. No word or it would be difficult to follow what she was saying because of that. A psychologist did an assessment of Oksana and determined that her mental capacity was only that of a 6-year-old, despite being a young adult at the time of this assessment. By the time she was 22 years old and had more or less re-entered the town, she was finally able to have a boyfriend. She didn't know much about her past, but when she decided to show him how easy it was for her to run around and bark like a dog, it apparently scared him, and he broke up with her after not seeing her. Today, Oksana lives on a farm taking care of animals, and she was recently interviewed on a Ukrainian talk show where she says she no longer wants to break life or act like a dog, she just wants to be free. Here is some footage of Oksana walking out. After being apart for many years, identical twin sisters Ursula and Sabina Erickson were finally reunited on May 15, 2000. Within 24 hours of their long-awaited reunion, 41-year-old Steele's sisters booked their ferry for Liverpool, England. They arrived in Liverpool at 8:30 in the morning on Saturday, May 17th, and their first stop was going to be the St. Anne's station, where Sabina would tell them that she's very concerned for the safety of her kids back in Ireland. Police would say, okay, we'll follow up, and they got in touch with their counterparts in Ireland, who went over to the house and everything. So the women leave the police station on foot, and they make their way over to a bus stop, and they ultimately board a bus bound to London for 11 days journey. So they get in the bus, they start moving, and the driver asks them to take their luggage and put it in the luggage hole. But the women aggressively refuse to give up their luggage. And in fact, they start cutting their luggage. So the driver starts to feel really uncomfortable about having these 2 women on the bus, and ultimately decides to just pull over at a service station.
Pilot, your Titan is standing by. Call it when ready.
They get off, and the driver is calling the police and telling them there's something weird going on.
Turn it around.
Inside the bag. As it happened, there's already a
Stand
police
by for
officer at
Titanfall.
the service station who came right over the women and started talking to them. During their conversation, the police officer felt like these 2 women were not affecting anybody. It was just a big misunderstanding. And the officer leaves, and 2 women who don't have a car start walking down the highway on foot. Shortly thereafter, a security camera on the highway picks up the 2 women walking down the median, this very busy highway. And at some point, they try to cross the street. And it's obvious as you're watching this video, but they're not going to make it. There's so many cars. And immediately, Sabina gets hit by a car. Now, Sabina was only grazed by the car, so she was okay. And she and her sister went back to the this highway. But enough motorists saw the happen, like they called the police. And it just so happened that the responding patrol cars in the area were being shadowed by film crews going towards the TV show called Traffic Light. So this patrol car was active and it was rolling, and they're able to get the scissors from continuing over to the on the side of the road, and they're talking to them like, what's going on? And on camera, everything is totally fine. There's no major thing here, anything like this single animation walking on the highway. Then, all of a sudden, the first one is killing the officer and starts to run the easy traffic. Not a car is moving off, like, not stop fast. And one of the officers manages to grab people launching into traffic, they were leaping into traffic, and get hit by a huge truck going 60 miles an hour. What is going on? Sabina yells, they're going to steal your organs! And she leaps into traffic and gets hit by another car. Immediately, police run to the road, they stop traffic, and they go up to the first one, who's the first to get hit. And they see her legs are definitely broken, but she's alive. As for Sabina, she was totally unconscious. They didn't know she was in there. When the paramedics finally show up, Ursula, who has her legs, fights to sit up, and they're trying to tell her, lay down, first, down her leg. You're lucky to be alive, lay down. She's not listening to that. She's violently trying to sit up, and she starts spitting at the paramedics, and screaming obscenities at them, like they're trying to hurt her. And they're like, where's the police? We're the paramedics. They're trying to help you. At the same time, Sabina regains consciousness, and she was paramedics, she was trying to keep her leg on the ground. She begins fighting her way out and pushing the police officer, and finally stands up and literally squares off with one of the police officers and hits her in the face before running down the road. Police would have to run down the road after her and literally surround her, and she's got her fists up like she's going to fight anybody that touches her. And they would have to tackle her to the ground and give her handcuffs just to keep her from hurting herself. Both sisters were transported to the hospital, and when they got there, they both apparently were acting normally. Ursula, because of her broken leg, would be admitted to the hospital. Apparently, she would stay normal and would eventually make a recovery and would be released. There were no charges pressed against her. As for Sabina, the doctors checked her out, and she didn't appear to have
almost got your Titan.
so they released her, and she was off to the police station to return for punching the police officer in the face. That day, Sabina was pleaded guilty to charges and was sentenced to 1 day in custody and go back. The next day, released. So Sabina leaves the police station on foot, and later that night, walking down the road, and she sees two men walking towards her when she stops them and she says, hey, I'm looking for a bed and breakfast. Are there any good ones nearby? And Glenn would say, you know, funny, I own a bed and breakfast. Initially, Sabina seemed hesitant, like perhaps this was a trap, but ultimately she convinced them to go back to Glenn's. Once they got there, Sabina apparently was constantly looking out all of the windows, acting very paranoid, and then at one point she offers them a cigarette. And she hands them their cigarette, and she's about to light their cigarettes when she suddenly snatches them out of their mouth and says, oh, these are the just before midnight, Peter leaves, and next day, Glenn gets up to the key.
Pick it up, Bonnet. They're pulling ahead.
Minus
your Titan is standing by.
Later,
Call it when ready.
Frank seen Glenn stagger out of the B&B, clutching his stomach, screaming, she stabbed me. Apparently his last words were, Frank, take care of my dog. Frank immediately calls the police. The highway, running up the side of the highway, and motorist in the job, seems to be running, touching the camera, but she repeatedly hitting himself in the head as Josh drives well past her and gets out to try to intercept her. But as he's running past her, he pulls a loose tire out of her pocket. So it's a quick Josh in the head. She runs past Josh, who's now touching his head and can't stop her. She gets to the square that goes over another road, and she leaps off. Really deeply wrong, and she lifts it. He breaks both ankles and fractures his skull, and he and narrowly escaped being hit by a car. Eventually, police and paramedics were called and transferred him to the hospital, where he once again is acting totally normal. They killed Glenn or stolen news titles for hours later. Sabina was ultimately arrested for murdering Glenn. She was plead guilty to manslaughter. But she faced absolutely no explanation for why this happened. It was like choosing a person. The defense claimed that although Sabina certainly killed Glenn, she should have diminished responsibility because she was suffering from a condition known as poly-2. And basically, it was domestic assault in the Netherlands where one man had to cut out a break and they transmit their insanity to the police. And the police accepted this and it understood to be 5 years. So the was forever behind the sentence and was released in 2011. You can say, here are some highlights from that film crew that capture Ursula and Sabina acting totally crazy on the
Up. Put that down. You find this.
In just 2011, law student Lauren Giddings was only one test away from completing her dream and becoming a public defender. Even though she had a ton of studying still to do, she had taken off the first week of tutoring to go to her sister's wedding where she was being on. Right before she left the wedding to go back to school, she joked with her family that she was thinking of locking herself in the library. But when she got back to campus, none of her classmates said she studied. And in fact, when they didn't see her for a couple of days, they started reaching out to her, texting her, calling her to see if she was okay. She never picked up, she never wrote back, and said, what was going on? One of her classmates would reach out to her sister, and they asked her to talk to her sister while between that two. And when her sister would go back and say, oh no, everything's fine. Back up! Walking herself away and was studying 24/7. So this classmate wasn't because they felt very blue. Lauren was not studying the library and was not studying protection. She called the police and said, hey, you need to check on the Lauren's house. So police officers go to the Lauren's house and the door, it's locked, the officer goes outside,
Keep going.
and so the officer leaves and says, I can't do anything else. I'm not going to file this person. So a couple of days go by, and the criminal was born in the
Titan is ready. We're losing. Fight
So the
back.
police go back to Lauren's apartment. They find nothing. She doesn't come to the door. The door is still locked. So they get the owner of the apartment to open up the door. When they go inside, the woman's not in the door. It doesn't seem like anything is wrong until they notice her cell phone, keys, her purse, and her laptop are all still. This made them so they went to her and they asked if she had any enemies, if she had any reason to be fearful for her life. And initially they said, no, that was important. But when we took her to take the food, it was actually one product where we had Lauren had just come back to the station and noticed there was things that seemed like they had moved, like someone else had been, but no one was supposed to be there. And so she told her sister, and someone talked about it a little bit, but it was pretty forgotten because they wanted to get and Lauren was focused in school, didn't pursue. After police had done a thorough investigation of the inside of the apartment, they moved outside of the apartment exterior of the building. The officer who was looking in the dumpster was the last trash bag on his face and tried to move it, but